Good evening, Vicky. Good evening, everyone. To note that this working party has no delegated authority and may only make recommendations to full council. Urgent actions may be taken under delegated authority given to the clerk and the chair. Item 2, which is apologies for absence, please, Vicky.
Councillor McManus.
Thank you. Any other apologies? No. Right, thank you. Councillor Burns just joining. Item 3, declarations of pecuniary interest and request participation. Anyone? No. Item 4, minutes of the previous meetings. May I presume everyone's read it? May I have a proposer and a seconder that I may sign these as a true record? Councillor Liz Smith, may I have a seconder, please? Councillor Dave Smith. All those in favour, please show. It's carried. Thank you very much. Item 5, matters arising from those minutes. Thank you, Vicky. Of the 25th of July. Okay, can you move it up, please? $349, which is the next one. $350. Which is all neutral. $351. ND. Persimmon development. Any comments at all on this? Persimmon. Councillor Stitchcombe.
While we're thinking of it, I think I spotted a typo. I think neutral on the previous page, or a previous page, was misspelt. It's the bottom neutral there has become natural.
Oh yeah, the U's.
3 of the 4 have got misspelt.
Yeah. Well spotted. $351, is it? The next one. Is everyone all right on that one? $351, please, Vicky. Oh, $352, sorry. Is that it? Yeah. Right. May we change that, Vicky? And do I need to vote on changing the amendment on that? Or does I just give a nod? Okay.
I'll just note it in these minutes. It was a copy and paste job.
Right. Is there any members of the public? No. Listening in or anything? No. Okay. Item 7, which is consider planning applications. Which is list B, which is application 1, because there's nothing in list A. DC 221216 FUL, small a, single story side extension, small b, 2 metre high fencing, small c, 3 additional car parking spaces. This is Mr. Alex Osborne, Pro Alloy Limited, 15 Rookwood Way. Just to note that there's 3.5 more employees being employed on this one, and 3 more parking spaces. Right, no comments, no? Right, okay, can I have a proposal for neutral down this one, please? That's Councillor Bruce Davison, Mr. Mayor, and Mr. Stitchcombe, or Councillor Stitchcombe, sorry. Okay, all those in favour, please show. Yeah, carried. Thank you. Application 2, which is DC 22-1291 HH. Small a, replacement window to the side elevation. Small b, single story rear extension, open bracket, following demolition of existing conservatory, close bracket. Small c, installation of roof lights. This is Mr. and Mrs. Simon Taylor, 7 Augustus Close. Any comments at all? No? Can I have a proposer for neutral then, please? Councillor Stitchcombe and seconded by Councillor Davison. All those in favour, please show. Carried. Thank you. Application 3, DC 22-1126 HH. Raising roof and rear dormer to create habitable space. This is Mr. Stephen Summers, 1 Lulworth Drive. Any comments at all? Councillor Liz Smith?
I think my only concern with this one was the raising of the roof is not in keeping with any of the other properties. All the other properties are at the same level. So I don't know. I don't know if it will just make it look a bit out of place and perhaps less aesthetic than the rest of the area. But that's the only issue I was going to suggest. But I wouldn't object to it personally on that basis. But perhaps a comment.
Yeah, I would like to say a bit more on this, really. It is quite high. They're very small back gardens. I know that area of Parkway quite well. It overlooks number 16 Dunster, which is right opposite, back bedroom. In other words, they look down onto the bedroom, which is not very good. There's very little or no street parking in that area. It's awful on that estate because there's an extra bedroom, i.e. a 4th bedroom being added, which I don't think there's any 4-bedroom properties around that area. I'm not sure, I can't be positive on that. But this would make it 4 bedrooms. And I think I back up as I've not seen any roof extensions around there at all on my travels and what have you around that area. So personally, I would like to propose an objection on this. I just wonder if anyone else has got any comments at all before I take a vote on this one, on them points. No? Right, can I have a seconder for that then, please? Objection. That's Councillor Liz Smith. All those in favour of that objection, please show. 2, 3. All those against? 2, 3 against. So as chair, I'm going to carry my extra vote, which would be 4 votes to 3. Okay, thank you. Application 4, which is DC 22-1279 TPO. This is TPO 174, open bracket, 1992, close bracket, which is a tree preservation order. 1 Mulberry, open bracket, T1 on plan, close bracket, open bracket again, T1 on order, close bracket. Crown lift of up to 1.5 meters. That's not my dog, by the way. And this is Mr. Jonathan Griffrey, Hackett and Griffrey, Mulberry House, 31 High Street. Any comments, please, on this one? No? Oh, Councillor Brown.
Yeah, I should say that's one of the most historic trees in Haverhill. It's, I think, the last remaining mulberry tree that they used to feed silkworms on, silk weaving industry. So yeah, just an aside. Yeah.
Oh, thank you for that.
Yeah.
See, I've lived here since 75, and that's the first I've heard of it and first I've known of it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Councillor Stitchcombe?
I think the tree wardens possibly should think about planting some mulberry, shouldn't they? Because that one will die eventually. I mean, not necessarily in our lifetimes, but it soon might not be the remaining mulberry. So it might be sort of, I mean, even propagating that one. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know anything about tree propagation. Perhaps Tony, you are a tree personally.
No, but yeah, it's a good point. Yeah. So it's the one that was in, well, obviously it's in the same location, but it's in the back of what was NatWest Bank. And always, yeah, when you used to go there, the fruit used to drop off everywhere and make a mess. But yeah, it's a really historic tree that has been there a couple hundred years. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Well, you're right then about the age of it.
Yeah.
Wow. Right, should we do that then? Should we say neutral, but give a comment about having more? Because I don't know if you noticed what Councillor Brown noted of what Councillor Brown just said, Vicky, about the history of it. Yeah, and because of that history, that we hope that we could have some more planted. Thank you very much. Right, can I have a proposer for that then, please? Councillor Stitchcombe, can I have a seconder? Councillor Liz-Smith. All those in favour, please show. It's carried. Right, thank you. Back to the agenda now. Which is item 8. Oh, that's list A. Right, item 9, which is matters to report. Any matters to report? Councillor Burns first, and then Councillor Dave Smith.
Well, Dave might talk about development control. Are you good? Yes or no, Dave? Can do. Okay. Well, I'll mention 3 things very quickly. There's been more drawings uploaded to the Braintree website for the McDonald's thing with a street scene of what the totem pole is going to be looking like, which is, I don't know, it's just absolutely massive. They've uploaded some noise diagrams, but their noise data is based on a McDonald's in Norwich, which is really interesting. They've spent 1 hour assessing the noise at the site. I'm not saying it's going to be a problem or not, but I don't know why they should use that Norwich site, because it's actually, the Norwich site is actually in the middle of a retail park, slightly different. There's no houses there or anything else there. The other couple of things is, and I did mention this to Vicky earlier on, the High Point Prison application was approved last week. Lots of comments made about lights and traffic, the desire to reduce the speed through there to 30 miles an hour, which was supported by the police. But I've got to talk to the police about this, because I don't know whether they understand, because planning the highways officers who was sat next to me was telling me that the police actually haven't made any formal proposal to reduce the speed limit to 30. The 85 percentile figure, which is the figure where you prosecute, or can prosecute rather, is 39 miles an hour going through that stretch. So that means that 85% of the vehicles going through reach 39 miles an hour. When the speed limit is 40, it just goes to show you, you have to slow down for people turning right going up Lancaster Way and all that sort of stuff. So I think there will be follow-up to that, but yes, it was all approved. Also approved was the infrastructure for Northwest Haverhill. Lots of discussion over that. I think we're probably onto a hiding to nothing anyway, because I think they would have won an appeal if it did go to appeal. The only good thing is they confirmed that there'll be no construction traffic going up and Sackling Road Lane. They'll be going through the Hall Road, coming from the northern side. And the only really good news, and you may have seen it anyway, is the actual bypass has started, the Relief Road. It started about 10 days ago. I did speak to the developer very quickly about the Relief Road, and they're crossing their fingers it's going to be finished by next March. They're actually thinking it may not be, but you know, I'm sure nobody's going to worry if they're a couple of weeks late. I have also spoken to them, and they're going to let me know in the autumn how it's progressing, so that we can organise, or somebody can organise a proper opening ceremony with the Royal Anglians, as we're going to be calling it, Suffolk Regiment Way. But they say don't do anything yet, because they probably know about October time. But I said we need to know early if we're going to have it. You know, we know what the army's like. They might not even be in the country. So that's that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any Councillor Dave Smith? I think you put your hand up. No.
Yeah, I pretty much just back up what Councillor Burton just said. Yeah, I think with the facility development, I think we've gone as far as we can really in trying to get concessions. I think at the end of the day, what we got was a good compromise, and best, as I say, the best you could do there. Yeah, the president was an interesting one as well. It was obvious that everybody thought that there was a need to reduce the speed along there, but it was without the remit of that actual meeting. You couldn't set a condition on that. The excuse being that the prison was already there and the problem was already there, and you can't use a new plan application to remedy an existing situation, no matter if it makes it any worse. It was already there as a problem. So that's what. So anyway, I basically said, well, okay, so we can't do it here. The highways people need to go away and discuss this and sort of come up with a solution. But yeah, it was a very long meeting. I think we got away to it. Well, approaching 4 o'clock, I think we got away from there. Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
Is it? Can you repeat? Because I don't think Councillor Burns was here. The Pask Avenue one. Is it Pask Avenue, or am I thinking?
No,
the one you said before the meeting.
Yes. Oh no, that's Hellion Park.
Hellings Park.
Yeah. Basically, it got refused, and basically it's a similar sort of the reasons that we objected to it. It was just no development of the site. It was out of keeping with the area.
Yeah, I did hear. I did hear that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically just too big, really.
Right. Thank you very much, Councillor Smith. Councillor Stitchcombe.
Thank you, Chair. I was just idly wondering whether the Anglians would be asked to march the entire length of the Relief Road. Is that the idea? Good. Yeah,
we're hoping so. I don't know the final length of it, obviously, but if not, we could probably start from the second roundabout if it's too long, but we'll see. Yeah.
Thank you for that. Right. Thank you very much, everyone. Anybody else? No? Okay. Right. The date of the next meeting is the 6th of September.